Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 4 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the previous video, we were able to add more furnitures and we added a sliding door here. And then now we're gonna continue working on this. I want to concentrate here at the kitchen. So what I'm gonna do first is to add some kitchen stuff here. So go to insert, load family, and we're in the main. And the first thing we're going to add is I want the plumbing, architecture, fixtures, and then the sink first. So we're going to add in our sink. So it depends on what you want here. You could add in triple, single, or whatever you want. So we could add the double, press open, and then type in CM, and then add it, and then spacebar to change orientation. Add it around here, and then we're good to go. We're good to go. And then press escape. And then I'm going to select the sink, and it looks like it's too the depth is too big for that. So I'm just going to change this to 450. You can duplicate first, but I'm just gonna change this one because I'm planning to just put this one right about here. So I'm good with this. Then once we add it around near the C line, we could then add in our cabinets. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to architecture, click here under component, model in place, and then generic model. Press OK, and then after that, we're going to add extrusion from the first level. So here, I'm going to click on rectangle. This will be the base. And then we're going to change the thickness to around 800. And then we're going to push it all the way to the wall. So if you want it to be really exact, AL, select the wall, and then the line. So now we're going to pull this one back like so, because I'm planning to add this one as a pantry. So pantry storage, and then I'm going to close this off with the interior wall. So I will do that later. So our kitchen will be around here. So the sink, I'm going to push this back a little bit in the center. And then I might change this to 500 actually. Now that I can see the depth, I could change this one as well, like that. So now, just click finish, and then it will ask you for the extrusion end. I'm planning to put this one around, maybe around 900. So the height, and then let's add in a different material. So from here, I want to change this one to something white again. But from the gypsum wallboard, I'm going to click that one. And then click on duplicate selected material. Once we duplicate it, we can change this to paint. So let's make it capital, paint 1. And then press apply and then OK. So I'm going to make this paint 1 and then click finish. Let's see it in 3D. So we have it right about there. And then we're going to add a top, and then also we're going to add a kick plate. So for now, let's go back to first floor. I want to click this one so that we can push this one all the way to the end like that. Okay. And then here, what I want to do is we could just move this one all the way here at the back so that it's not, we have enough space here for the fridge as well. So I'm going to pull this one back, and then here I want to pull this one right in the side right here because I want to put the uh, cooking top right here and then the fridge right here. So I'm giving it some space now. So spacing. So I'm just gonna pull this one right here, add a wall right there. So that will be interior wall. So I'm gonna select interior, CS, that's create similar, and then I'll put it in the middle right here. So now this is closed off. We can push this back all the way to the wall right there. And then after that, we can add in a door. So I'm going to select this one, CS as well, and then space bar to change orientation. And we could just add this one right there, but we could make this one shorter so 600 by 2000, just enough for that. So that will be fine. In terms of storage, same thing. What we're gonna do, we're going to add a line to represent the shelvings like that, and then add this one, CS, and then add it like that. So we added our pantry storage there. Here we could add in our fridge. So insert, load family, go back to the main, and then this one will be specialty equipment, domestic, and then here we have mid-range and then fridge right here. Let's add this one, open CM, spacebar, and then you can put it right there towards the wall, AL, to align it from the wall. And then select the fridge again so that we could click on edit type and uncheck show label. So that's good. Now we could just move this one mostly at the end. This one we could just put this one right there, and then we're gonna add in a case for that. I think it's a good idea to add in a section view so that we could add a view right there once we're doing something else. So select this one, flip this with the arrow, and then we're good to go later on once we're doing some modeling. Again, you could go 3D so that we can see here. Select this one and then edit in place. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to add in a kick plate. So what we're gonna do is click on void extrusion or void sweep, and then once we click on void sweep, click on path. It will be 3D, so we're gonna click on that one and then zoom in, rotate it a bit by holding on shift and then holding on the pan. Click finish, go back here, selecting the modify sweep, edit profile. Now we can edit profile. Like I said, it's a void sweep, not void extrusion, okay? And then now we set up our kick plate. So for me, I'm going to put this one around 50 by 70, or 50 by, yeah, 50 by 70 is fine. We can even do 100, but that's fine. And then now select finish. Go back here, select finish again, and then cut geometry. And then we have our kick plate right there. Afterwards, we're going to add in basically the top first before we do some voiding. So go back to first floor so that it's easier for everyone to see. And then here, create extrusion. This will be paint number 2. So under paint, it's already highlight. Click on duplicate, selected materials, and then just change this to number 2. Apply, OK. And then we want extrusion start at 900 because that's what we use. And then click here, rectangle, right there. And then here we want to extrusion end 925. So only 25 is the thickness. So that's 1 inch. Click finish. And then as you can see, we have our top there. So now we have to do the void. So click on finish first. Like I said earlier, we could go to our section view now. So you don't need to look for it for the section, but you can see it here, section 1, or you can double click here. So whichever you want to do is good as well. So here it's kinda on the bottom, so we can push it on top by just selecting and then using arrow key, or even aligning it properly like this. So now once you see it, it's gonna be there. Like I said earlier, I want to change this one to 500. So that's good. And then we could move this one right about in the front like that. And then again, what we could do is we could select this one again, edit in place, and then now select create, and then create void extrusion. And then we just need to select the area that we need to void, which is this one. I usually just give a little bit on the side so that it doesn't so that we can see the ones on the side here. So that looks good. Click on finish and then look at it at 3D, and then hopefully we could expand this one all the way up, and then especially at the bottom. Click on cut geometry. We're seeing it now, so that means it's good. And then click on finish. So now everything is looking good. It's showing the bottom, so we're good like that. Then now we can add in our cooktop. What I'm gonna do is I'm just going to go to insert, load family, and then cooktop electric. I'll use the gas one. CM. Now that knowing that we have an island, probably I'm going to. This one is still good because we can still add the island right about here, so we still have the triangle. So it's usually like the triangle where everything should be located. So we still have that. We could just move this one right about here, and then we could have more space here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna leave it like that, but we need to do some casing here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my section. We can move this one on the side so that we could have a proper view here. And I just want to know what's this one. Okay, so that's one there. But let's go back to section, and I just want to add in the case for this one. So here, let's go back to architecture model, in place, and then generic model. This will be number 2, generic model. I'm going to use an extrusion. Pick a plane, which is this wall. And then we're going to change this to paint number 2. So duplicate this again. Duplicate this and then paint number 3. And then click apply and then OK. And then now we need to do a rectangle. And then we need to set those ones to 0 so that this one 0, and then this one should be, I think, 800 as well. We could just move it depending on what we want. And then here we're going to click on rectangle again. We're doing a case. Then I'll delete this SL, that's split element, which is right here, and then TR, that's trim and extend, which is right there. That's all under modify command or modify. And then here we need to move this one all the way. We need an exact 2,800. So 200 for the floor later on. So it's going to be sitting right here. So that's why I don't want it to force up to 3,000. So that's good. We could just click finish, and then we could check it first before we click the last finish. We could extend this one. So we could look at first floor. So select that and then click on right about there. That's fine. So we still have some room. So click finish. Here we could just extend it all the way to here so that everything is connected. And then go to section. I don't want any gap. Here I could just move this one like that. So that's looking good. So we could finish with the front. So I'm going to set this up similar to what we did on others, which will go with generic model and then extrusion. Pick a plane. You need to select this plane. And then after that, it's not an extrusion like that. It needs to be 25 only. So the thickness will be 25. And then this paint should be the paint of the first one. Because we've started extruding it from the first floor. Now we're going to extrude it from the section with this plane. So the case and the door is completely the same, should be same material. Now we're going to add a rectangle with an offset of 10. So select that. We want it from the inside, so space bar so that it's from the inside. Select that there and then press escape. Usually I look for the midpoint, but because this is where our sink is, most of the time you need to have something in the middle there. And then I'm going to select here. I'm going to offset it to 5 so that I will have it on the center like that. And then delete the one in the middle. So that's good. I'm going to use copy. What I'm going to do, so yeah, I'm just going to click on copy. I'm going to add it 500 from here and then escape. Select this, CO, that's copy, and then 500 again from there. So that's perfect. And then let's just keep on copying. Make sure multiple is there. Selected. And then 500. So that we're consistent. And then here, probably let's just add it roughly in the middle like this. I know it's not 500, but what can we do? We need some. So 500 here, and then I think that's good enough. And then we're going to add line again, right about here. So for drawers, so offset this to 10, and then add it there. And then now we could just select and then copy. And then we're just going to estimate it there. Copy here. We're going to add it right there and maybe right here as well. And then we're going to add in SL, that's split element. So we're going to split element here and every intersection from here. Even at the bottom, right here as well. SL again. Here. Right here. And then let's go below here. And then right here. It's more work, but it will give more design. Instead of 25, let's put it at 10 only. And then I want to add one more right here. So I'm gonna create a copy and maybe in the middle here. And then SL again to add some right there. So I'm gonna start here. So TR, trim and extend. And then let's start here now. So that nothing is intersecting. Okay. It's gonna tell us if something is intersecting anyway. So You can be bold with doing this. But for me, if I miss something, it's fine. I can just go back later on. It's not the end of the world. It's even gonna remind us that this one is over, um, and then we can fix it. So if you miss something, which usually what happens, it's fixable. It doesn't need to be perfect one shot. Okay, so that's good. And then now you just need to click finish. And then if you see it in 3D, it looks much better. Click finish. And then want what I'm gonna do as well is I'm gonna use AL, so align. So I'm going to align it from this face also with this face. So now it's hanging there. So you can see the difference of the kitchen now. So we're gonna stop here for now and continue on the next video. Thank you for watching and hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.